September 28th. We are taking a rest day here in Burgos. This is a kick-ass city. No idea who this gentleman is. I don't need to know. It's just cool. Look at my nose. The mask does that. The little metal piece of the mask does that. And I put Breathe Right nasal strips on it so I wouldn't snore at night. It peeled skin off, so. I'm staying on this street. Can you imagine living here and having that in your backyard? It's a truly unusual sensation to walk about without your pack and in no hurry. They represent different countries here. What they're going to do eventually is move these silhouettes along the way that goes through Burgos. So they're going to be kind of like Camino markers through Burgos. And Christine Diaz is the artist, mostly cast in plastic and metal. I really like that one. I notice how this mirror pattern creates the shell. They do various different things, and you could really just like this. Yo estuve aquí. I was here. I'll tell you how this makes me feel. These are a bunch of artists. None of them know me, but they know of pilgrims, and so they did this. Essentially for me, for everybody who came before me, for everybody who's come after me, for everybody who's come with me. So this is an artistic monument to me and my kind, because at this point, after 200 and some kilometers, I'm not just a hiker, I am a pilgrim. And it's a commitment to go to Santiago at this point. Tapping out's not an option. We're at the same bar I was at last night. All the crowds of Peregrinos from yesterday have moved on. I came here to see if a new crowd had come in, but it doesn't look like it. The municipal house is right over there. And tomorrow we hit La Meseta. Everybody, it's about 6:30, 6:45 here in the morning in Burgos. Sun doesn't really start peaking for another 50 minutes to an hour. I am getting ready to enter La Meseta, which is a long expanse. Physical description sounds like western Kansas. It's a lot of flat land, not a lot of climbing, easy walking. At the same time, I understand it's mentally challenging. People say a lot of their weird headspace comes up when they're out there. I'm going out there. 36 hours ago I was climbing up this way to meet a group of pilgrims just around the corner. We'd all arrived in Burgos. We were celebrating coming this far, communing. Beautiful moment. Now we're about to head into La Meseta, which I understand is a mentally challenging piece of the Camino. Let us go then, you and I. I guess I'm procrastinating getting back on the Camino because such good energy here in Burgos. There's the courtyard behind the church. Go this way to get on the Camino. Shell. There's a place for pilgrims to get water. Get a little bit of the silhouette of the cathedral as the sun comes up. You know, there's that scene in Doctor Strange where he's searching for camouflage, and Mordo shows it to him, and he says, "Are you sure this is the right place? Shouldn't we be looking for something a little more camouflage-y?" I don't see markers, but doesn't that look very Camino-y? Again, thank God for the app, because there aren't markers. I started to go that way, and then the app... Wait a minute, what's this over here? Whoa. No, that doesn't say anything. But according to the app, this is the way. Well, you know. Yeah. We're entering the park. You know, I'm just gonna say it right now. If you're ever walking the Camino, get the app. Get the Wise Pilgrims app. It's only a couple bucks. It's not bad. I don't know why it should. Camino de la Calzado, engineer of the Camino. Finally seen some shells in the ground. It was a little hard to find them in the city, but we're moving towards the edge. It's already getting daylight. We're not even at the outskirts of town, and it's getting warm, so we're taking off our layers. I don't think I like this flannel shirt. It makes me look like somebody's dad sitting on the porch whittling. Finally at the outskirts of Burgos as the sun comes up. I'm an old prospector. We're now entering the La Meseta. It's supposed to be quite flat, quite open, not as much scenery the further out we get. I bought a new hat, which is very light. Notice the guy on top. Between Burgos and León is La Meseta, 175 kilometers of flat fields that extend forever onto the horizon. The guidebook says this of La Meseta: the broad expanses here have a certain effect on the pilgrim's psyche, and to skip over it is to miss out on an important stage of the journey. All of my friends had gone on ahead or gone home at this point, so on Wednesday morning I was entering La Meseta alone. In Burgos, we were almost due north of Madrid. It's now kind of back that way. Madrid, where we began our adventure, It's amazing to think that today has been 2 weeks I've been here, I think, right? 2 weeks since I arrived in Madrid. I'm behind everyone, but today it's by choice. Most of the people I met are well ahead of me by now anyway. Most of my friends I've made, so. And as you can tell, I wasn't getting much quiet reflection back there. Well, they weren't kidding. The further in you go, the less interesting the landscape becomes. Moving a little slow today. We're barely into the track. This is the most interesting thing I've seen, is the underside of this highway. Yep, just like the places where I used to go dirt roading in Kansas. Tordejos is 2 kilometers. I plan to get some food. Camino de Santiago. We started in Pamplona. We're right about here, I'm guessing. There it is. My friend Bill up here, we're talking about how hard it is to find the arrows sometimes.
I don't trust that guy.
Yeah. Whoever he is. Just to clarify, we were speculating that maybe one guy was painting all the arrows on the Camino, some crazy artist like Banksy. They're down here on the curb. There's somebody's up here. It looks like a Kodak moment. Better check it out. Oh, that is kind of a cool. There's the church. Parroquia de la Ascension. I think the pronunciation of this town is Rabe de las Colonas. I may be getting it wrong. And we're only about 7.5 kilometers. Yeah. That's the town's namesake, I guess. Listen to the bees. All collecting pollen. Looks like Kansas, all right. Kind of looks like that section just above Cottonwood Falls where Newt Rockney's plane went down. A little bit. Kansas. No place to sit. No place to go. No place to rest. Yeah, I have a week of this. I stopped, had to take some vitamin I for my leg. Vitamin I is ibuprofen. Like I say, it's just like Kansas. Drive to the edge of, ride my bike to the edge of El Dorado. Sort of. A little nicer in El Dorado, but you go up around Belleville where my father grew up and all those areas. That's what you saw. Look over there. It's an oasis. We're at an oasis in the middle of La Meseta. I think there's a shot from the movie The Way of them having a picnic here. I think Tom is pretending to play golf with his sticks. Sure looks like the same place. Leaving this little place. Got an hour to go. I was gonna get there early, I thought, but I stopped so much. Everybody says your head goes through some interesting acrobatics out here. So far, it's been very peaceful. But some thoughts have come to me. Hope I'm not too close. People are right behind me. They may hear me. Some thoughts have come to me. You know, as my life has progressed, and I've taken more of an interest in spiritual things, there was this part of me that kind of wanted to be the spiritual guru type, the wise old man on the mountain type. I don't know. And I realize probably everybody out here thinks about that for themselves, but it's hard to do that without detaching your ego. It's like, want to wear the right shirt for the part. My Nepalese shirt with the pop collar and all that, or the facial hair. I want to look the part. We go back to Wallace Stevens saying, let be finale of seem, meaning stop trying to seem and appear as something and just be something. And the further out here I am, the more I realize I'm getting tired. My arm's getting tired for one. Hello, butterfly. I've spent most of my life trying to seem and not just being. If you want to be a spiritual guru type, focus on the spiritual, on what it really is, not what you think it is. I've always thought it was this holy, blissful thing, but I've discovered out here It's a lot of suffering. If you want to be the shaman, be prepared to suffer, I guess. I still want to be a shaman? Asshole? I don't know. Maybe I am losing my mind a little bit. I'll get up this hill. So this is the real La Meseta, I guess. Central La Meseta. This is it. This is where your mind starts to go, I guess. Look at this. Everywhere, as far as I can see. Wow. Hornillos over there. Hornillos de Camino. I don't see anything beyond it. I know it's a small place.
Okay.
Montanas is another 10 kilometers, I believe.
Yeah.
Now this albergue was used in the way. I could have stayed there, I guess. Maybe I couldn't have, I don't know. But look, that's the way we came, right clear over there, all the way as far as the eye can see. This is very much a one-horse town. It's a little village that's the edge of town. This is just a street. All the buildings, were pressed up against here. This goes back, apparently there was a monastery here owned by Saint Denis, run by Saint Denis, who is famous for being beheaded in Paris. The Camino ran through here, so just a set of buildings came up. Nothing on the other side of these buildings, nothing on the other side of these buildings, just La Meseta, as far as the eye can see. Crazy stuff, but kind of cool. Look at this beautiful, what is this back here? That's awesome. I seem to remember a rooster in Opadruzo. I was settled in for a boring night. I was just gonna come up here, grab a quick bite and go to bed, and then met some other pilgrims down here, and we're all being silly. Little bar on the end of the street. And this lentil soup is delicious. You can't see it, but it's called Origin Bar and Restaurant. Just had a great, let's go inside and say goodbye. Just had a great meal here, and what a great place. What a fantastic place. Sing it. Canta. Déjala que vaya con otros zapatos. That was fun, unexpected fun. Now I gotta get to bed.